So I recently started a no buy, or at least a very low buy month, basically where I'm not going to buy anything except necessities defined as what I see as a necessity. So groceries, gas, other things that come up that I've run out of or that really affect my functioning day to day. But other than that, I don't want to do any kind of impulsive purchases of things that are fun or just for me. I just want to be strict to only buy things that I absolutely need. And in preparing for this month and starting the month off, I've already noticed how the urge to shop comes up so frequently for me. And to be honest, it's embarrassing to admit, especially since I have this YouTube channel about minimalism and living with less. It is shocking how frequently I am bombarded with ads where I'm tempted to buy something, or even if I don't think I'll actually buy something, there's a little part of me that wishes I could. And there is this kind of urge, itchy feeling of, I wish I could just buy that. The reality is, with social media these days, with TV, with the way we can come in contact with ads so quickly, even when we're at home not seeking out advertisements, it makes it that much harder to not shop, especially when we can order things online. And so in the spirit of trying to do this no buy, or at least very low buy month, I thought I would share strategies that I use to reduce that urge to shop. Some of them are things you may have heard before, but some of them are things you probably haven't heard before. So stick around for all of them, because I think these could really help you save a little bit of money and help you not only shop less, but decrease your desire for shopping, or how intense or frequent the urges you have to shop are. So here are 9 ways to reduce your urge to shop from someone who is a historic chronic overcollector. My first strategy is what I'm calling gratitude overkill. And I know gratitude is such a buzzword these days. You hear it all the time. Practicing gratitude will make you happier. And although it's cliche, first of all, there is research to support this idea. But secondly, I found that the more I inject gratitude into my days to like a ridiculous degree, the less and less I want to shop. And it's almost like this one-to-one experience where the more I regularly practice little doses of gratitude throughout my day, the less I have an itch to want something more. And what's cool is that you can practice gratitude at any time, anywhere, whatever's happening, if you just are mindful and focus on the current moment. So like this morning when I first woke up, instead of thinking, I hate that I have to get out of bed, instead for about 15 seconds, I focused on how comfortable my bed was. I thought about how lucky am I to have this amazing mattress and these smooth sheets and to feel comfortable when I wake up. I'm so lucky to be able to feel that way. And I just savored the sensation of lying in my bed for just, again, it was like 15 seconds, but already it put me in a better mood, and I continued throughout my day, and I thought about how, wow, I'm so lucky to have the sheets that I have, to have the mattress that I have, to have the pillows that I have, to have the blankets that I have. It just brought my attention away from all the things that maybe I don't have, that I want better versions of. And I think you can practice this regularly in many different little ways. Like when you get dressed in the morning, look at your closet, notice the pieces that you love, enjoy the pieces that you're wearing, notice what you like about them, even make a list in your head of what you like about a particular thing, focusing on the relationships that make your life meaningful, or thinking about what you like about your job or your role in your family or your friendships or whatever it is that's meaningful to you in your life right now. Spending time actually savoring that, setting aside that time, I think can help reduce how much you're wanting a little bit more of all those little things. I also think a side payoff is that it might make you happier. A second little hack for reducing your urge to shop is to regularly look at your bank account. And the nice thing about this is that it works either way. If you have a healthy bank account, if you're in a good place, you can look at those numbers and feel a sense of confidence, a sense of accomplishment, a sense that, hey, you know what, I'm doing well here and I don't want to mess this up. But if your bank account isn't so healthy right now, if you have a bunch of debt that you've been kind of avoiding, facing the reality of it will, I think, naturally curb your desire to acquire more, because you'll realize, you know what, I need to pay off this debt already. Adding to it is not going to help me. And at least for me historically, quite often the urge to shop is heightened when I'm not paying attention to what's going on in my bank account. But just the simple practice of checking your bank account once or twice a day, or making sure you check it before you buy something, I think can really reduce not only how much you shop, but how much you want to shop. A third strategy for reducing the urge to shop is to have fun. I've noticed that so often videos or content around reducing shopping have to do with things you need to do better, things you need to give up, as opposed to realizing that as humans, we all need a little boost of dopamine or fun on occasion. And sometimes shopping is a sign that maybe we're a little bit bored and we miss that feeling of joy or of excitement. And we're using shopping in order to fill that void. But if instead we fill our time with more things we actually enjoy, things that make us laugh, things that make us excited and hopeful, and just plain happy, I don't think we'll want to shop as often. I've noticed this in general. When I'm in a better mood day to day, I don't feel as much of a desire to shop, but it's when I'm feeling kind of lonely or down, or moments where I'm telling myself I'm a failure, or I'm just engaging in negative self-talk. Those are the times when I tend to start to scroll online, throw things in a cart, and have them shipped to my home. Another strategy for shopping less is to declutter. When I spend hours and hours working on a big declutter, the last thing I want to do is go out and buy more stuff that in years down the road I will have to declutter again. Plus, when I declutter, sometimes I notice pieces that I have always loved, but I've kind of forgotten about. Or sometimes if I'm decluttering, say, a closet, by reducing how much is there, I have easier access to more of the pieces I actually like. And I can see them better, it feels more streamlined, the entire wardrobe feels more luxurious. That way it makes it more fun to shop my own closet. And for all those reasons, it makes me just want to shop less. Also, if I'm honest with myself, a big part of why I shop is to find a fast and easy way to make myself feel put together as an adult, to feel like I have some kind of cool factor or style factor, something that I can feel confident about. But decluttering has that same impact without the price tag. When I do a declutter, I notice immediately after, I feel a little boost of confidence. I feel like I just have things together a bit more in my life, and I don't feel the need to buy something in order to make myself feel more put together or cool. Another strategy to reduce that urge to shop is to replace shopping with another mindless task. And now this one is a little bit weird, I guess, of a strategy depending on what you pick. But basically pick just a task to keep your brain engaged, to keep your hands engaged, whatever, in order to not have the urge to shop. For me, sometimes I'll do something as simple as coloring. I've also used puzzle apps on my phone because quite often it's like I just pick up my phone and I start shopping without even thinking about it, but instead maybe I'll pick up a puzzle instead. I've also used listening to podcasts on my phone, or heck, I've even used Play-Doh. Sometimes I feel like shopping online with a phone in my hand is something I'm literally doing to keep my hands busy while maybe even something else is going on, like I'm watching a movie or something. A similar one that's a little bit different, rather than shopping, look on Zillow or some other house app or renting an apartment app so that you feel like you're shopping or kind of perusing the internet, but you're not going to go out and buy a house without a lot of planning and a lot of, consulting people and prepping for the future. And in some ways, if you're considering eventually buying a house, it's a good strategy to know your market. But I've noticed that sometimes if I just go on Zillow and look at houses and pretend I'm shopping for a new home, it gives me that feeling of, oh, I'm shopping, that same kind of enjoyment factor, but I know I'm not going to buy anything. I do think that having little things to replace the shopping on your phone can make a big difference. A sixth strategy to feel less of an urge to shop is to delay. And admittedly, this one I've heard a lot in a lot of different places, but that's because it works. Quite often the way urges work psychologically is that they will suddenly come on, they will peak, and then they will gradually come down over time. So if you are able to interrupt yourself in the moment when you first start to get an urge and to distract yourself, or even simply delay even if you can't distract yourself, you'll find quite often that the urge will subside and you'll be glad that you didn't spend the money in the moment. I can say, as someone who, while I was in my PhD program, gave therapy for years, just delaying on an urge or a behavior that you don't want to be engaging in is one of the best strategies you can use for behavior change. I've seen a lot of people make big changes simply by using this one tactic. A seventh strategy is to engage with a community focused on reducing shopping. Humans are impacted by social pressure. That's just the name of the game of being human. By seeing other people behave in certain ways, we tend to copy behaviors and to copy ways of thinking. And the more we can engage with a community that values other life things outside of shopping more, the more we're going to be focused on those other life things, the things that really matter to us. You can find these communities on Reddit, on Facebook, or even here on YouTube. I mean, I personally watch a lot of YouTube videos about various topics on things that I care about, that I want to engage more with, that I want to be more knowledgeable about. And one of those things is decluttering. And that's what even got me started making a YouTube channel and building my own community. And the more I engaged with those people and saw how they reacted, how they had the same struggles I did, and how they overcame them, that really inspired me. And not only helped me achieve some of those goals, but also helped me want to achieve some of those goals. An eighth tip is to keep a list of dreams or dream purchases. This can either be a list of life goals, things you want to accomplish, things that you care about or want to change in your life, or it can simply, on a more superficial level, be just a list of purchases that you'd love to buy at some point. Because basically, so often when we're thinking about buying something, we're not putting it up directly against the things that we want even more. We forget about the big life goals, or we forget about what we're saving for in the long run, or we even forget about the little purchases that we would rather buy than this item that we happen to be confronted with. So often, shopping is actually a comparison game, but we forget to compare what we're buying with the right things, because usually if we really want something, we've been wanting it for a while and it's kind of a dream purchase or a dream goal, but we forget about those dreams in the moment when we come across an ad and we impulsively buy something. So I think keeping a set aside written down list can help in that in the moment you can pull it up and actually visualize each item and compare it to the thing that you're thinking about buying. A ninth strategy I use to reduce the urge to shop is to face the hard truths. Actually look at the situation in a harsh way, in a realistic way, in a pragmatic way. Quite often, for me at least, I'm tempted to buy something because I think it will make my life a little bit easier, like make a task a little bit easier. Or I want to buy something because I think it'll help me connect with other people or make me feel cool or confident in the moment, or look cool because of some cute outfit I want to buy. But if I actually take a more harsh, pragmatic view of the situation, quite often I quickly realize that buying this product that's supposedly going to make some kind of task easier will actually overcomplicate it, or in the case of a clothing item that I'm trying to buy because I think it'll make me look cool, I need to face the reality that it's not going to change how cool or not cool I am just to have this one piece. I think sometimes giving myself that dose of reality helps me take back control, because once I remember, you know what, I'm actually losing out on this game. I'm not winning this game by buying this. I'm losing out. I'm letting my momentary urges to shop, my short-term thinking, my impulsive self take the driver's seat and make this decision, as opposed to the smart inner me that is there, the values-based me who knows what actually is more important to me and how I want to be spending my money, my time, my resources. Anyway, those are my little strategies for shopping less, reducing that urge to shop. Let me know if any of you have done these before, or if you try them out, how they go, as well as if you have other strategies. Listen, I'm all ears. I'm doing this no buy month. I think I could use any help I can get, so definitely let me know in the comments any ideas you have. If you enjoyed watching this video, I would so appreciate if you could give it a thumbs up. It truly is a great way to support the channel. It takes a second for you to do and can make a big difference for me. So if you do that, I would appreciate it. And then also, if you want more bingeable content on shopping less, on minimalism, on building an empowering mindset, then hit the subscribe button below. That's it for today, but thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!